What's good, Glow Gang? This is Joe Glow, and we got 6 true Valentine's Day horror stories. All right, so this is why it's dark. I wanted to get a good reaction in. Since it's been so long, homework kick ass. So, yeah, we're gonna get into it, man. By Mort.
Besides the occasional
Happy
story
birthday.
of a runaway bride you read on Craigslist, I'm pretty sure that Valentine's is #1 on the list. I never would have suspected that my boyfriend Caleb would actually dump me last year. Even though we had been going through some rough patches, I thought we had made it through. He hadn't given me any indication that things were going to take a turn for the worst. In fact, the week before Valentine's, he had already booked us a reservation at Red Lobster, gone out of his way to ask off for work, and told me he planned to really go all out to treat me. Then, early V-Day morning, I got a text that changed my whole world. He decided to dump me.
I break up with you. Yo, how you send a text like, I don't think this working out. I'm trying to do things myself or some shit like that. I break up with you. Come on now. Yeah, I see why you still talking about it a year before, man. That shit's
Zach.
terrible.
Is this like high school? I called him immediately to demand a response.
Facts.
It's just too much for me, Molly. I'm sorry. I should have told you sooner. He responded.
Shit, you should have called
He
her.
told me a bunch of reasons why he had this sudden revelation, but a lot of it sounded like bull. I knew Caleb. He always rambled like this when he was trying to hide the truth, and the more he talked, the angrier I became with him. Just tell me you didn't cheat, please.
Yup, shorty right there beside him as he is calling you.
I swear if you did, I'm gonna hurt myself. I said.
Hurt yourself. Come on, bro. Don't do that.
Between bitter
Don't do
tears.
that, bro.
I was experiencing an emotional roller coaster, but it was about to get worse from here. He promised that he hadn't cheated and insisted that I could still keep any gifts that he had sent, including the planned reservation.
Or you gonna take the shit back?
I know this is all very last minute, but I need space. I need to know where I'm going and what I'm doing with my life.
Yeah,
Caleb told me. He promised that he would keep in touch, but I could already tell in his voice that it was over. I was devastated. Honestly, I can't remember the first thing I did. Maybe I smashed something expensive or went to the bathroom and...
Why are you fucking your shit up? Why are you fucking your shit up? Yo. If y'all ever go through a breakup, do not fuck your own shit up. When you know his address.
I was still reeling, and it felt like I couldn't make sense of the world around me. To be honest, I thought about self-harm. And to anyone out there who is ever going through this, please listen to me and realize no man is worth that. I'm so thankful I have had that epiphany, and I hope others do too. And come to think of it, this harrowing experience might have actually been my wake-up call, as crazy as that sounds. But anyway, there I was, trying to find the strength to stand when one of my closest friends, Felicia, texted me and asked if she could come over. I needed a lifeline to cling to after this whirlwind of a morning, so I told her to come immediately. When she got there, I think I fell into her arms and burst into tears. She was shocked but listened as I told her about...
Who drew her nose like that, bro?
what Caleb had done to me. And then she had this brilliant idea for us to go get drunk off of our butts, and it sounded...
Is that a booger? Yo, is that a booger or is that a nose ring? Or is her top lip fucked up, bro?
exactly the kind of distraction I needed.
What?
Felicia has always been a good friend, and I knew that if I went with her, I was going to have a good time. I changed my clothes, put on makeup, and blocked Caleb from my phone. all of it felt very empowering. We went down to the lobby and called for a taxi to take us downtown, ready to live it up. When the taxi got there, I remember thinking that this day was turning out to be good after all. Felicia and I talked as the driver took us to what we thought was our destination. Felicia was extremely vocal about her disgust with Caleb and apparently all men. They always do this. Use us like playthings and get rid of us to move on to something newer and shinier, she said. I think I recall that the driver seemed tense whenever she talked like this, like it bothered him.
Hell yeah, why you talking about dudes like that all together, bro? Homie right there, the driver himself, he could probably treat you better or something, you know what I'm saying? He can give you free drives or some shit, I don't know. I feel
busy
uncomfortable
laughing
too,
or
bro.
crying that I didn't pay it as
Like,
much
fuck
attention
wrong
as
with
I
them.
should have. And I also realized my memory is probably
That nose is bothering me. Maybe it's just the way it looks. That is a nose ring though, right? That's a nose ring. I don't know, just something about that face, bro. It's got to be the
playing
nose.
tricks with me
It's
because of
something
how
that's just
jarring
throwing
the
it
next
all
thing
off.
that happened was.
I found it. I'm sorry. I keep pausing the video. We ain't getting nowhere, but look, them eyebrows. That's what threw me off. I don't know.
We were merging off of a highway to a street when Felicia made some joke about Caleb's.
Nah, bro. I know I said I was gonna stop pausing it, but why do strap and with cuss? Y'all ain't noticed that shit? Oh, dude got. He ain't no
Prowess
cop. He
in
a
bed
taxi,
when
bro.
the driver abruptly sped up and we zoomed through a light. I remember being rattled and Felicia shouted to him to slow down. Instead, he just kept going, looking angry as a feral animal.
Y'all done pissed him off.
What's your problem, man? She finally asked when he slammed on the brakes. I suddenly realized I didn't recognize the part of the city he had taken us to. Were we lost? Was something else going on? I can't tell you how much I wanted this to be a normal thing. Then he turned around and pointed a gun in our face.
Damn.
Shut up and give me your phones.
Ain't no way in hell you finna point no gun at me like that, bro. Ain't no way in hell you finna point no gun at me like that, bro. You know that dude, the special ops trainer or whatever, be telling you all the fucking wrong ways not to do shit. In that case, that shit worked. Grab the gun. He can't shoot that bit. How you gonna shoot like that, bro? Come on, now.
He ordered.
I mean,
Felicia and I
not as
immediately
if I wanted
complied.
him to shoot, but damn.
He grabbed our entire purses after he took our cell phones and then started to drive again. Felicia and I were frantically trying not to be scared for our lives, but this guy was wasting no time getting us out of town. At some point, we crossed a bridge and he tossed our purses and phones into the river below. Then he kept driving to the country.
As easy as that, bro. I would have minked this shit. As soon as he stopped paying attention, bro, I would have minked this shit and just kept beating his ass. Come on, bro. Y'all gotta do better. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I never been in these cases, but you not gonna take me freely, bro. You gonna have to kill me. You just gonna have to. Or either take my ass back and say, my bad, I picked the wrong fucking one today. Cause look, I ain't whooping ass. Like, soon as he take eyes from me,
There
bro,
were several times in
you
the
letting
drive
too
that I
much
thought
shit
about
happen to
jumping
you.
from the car. I didn't know how to tell Felicia what I was thinking, though. We were both scared stiff by this sudden and surprising psycho driver that we didn't dare make a move.
Y'all ain't cuffed.
I think it was
bro.
probably 5 by the time the taxi finally stopped. When we had arrived at what looked like a rental cabin. Stay here, the driver ordered as he got out and went to his trunk. I had literally no idea where we might be, but I used those few precious seconds to tell Felicia that we should make a run for it. If we work together, we can overpower him, I told her. And when he opened the door to his cab,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I cannot keep my mouth closed on this. You're telling me that y'all waited the whole car ride to talk about let's empower him. What the hell are you gonna do? when he's already out the car. Look like he on some drugs. So ain't no few punches gonna do. Ain't no few punches gonna do something, bro. You might have to put some bullet holes in, you know. The people that's off the ish, you know, off the ish, they ain't gonna go down with no simple stuff. But look, I'm telling you, why is you planning all this after you could have been had your escape? I would have made this shit as soon as he stopped paying attention when he was driving. We might crash, you know what I'm saying? But that's still survival. You feel me? If you get out of there, maybe you know what I'm saying, broke a little arm or something, you still straight. You out. I be watching too much movies. I am not the main character. I'm gonna fucking die.
I kicked him straight in the gut and shouted for Felicia to help me. She was right behind me, and we tussled with this guy for what was probably only 2 minutes. Sometime during the scuffle, he dropped his gun, and Felicia ran to grab it. As soon as she had it, she pointed it at the driver and demanded that he let me go. The way this dude was looking, the thought he might try something even crazier. But surprisingly, he complied and released me.
Okay.
Give us your keys, Felicia demanded.
Toss the keys.
He dropped them into the grass near my feet and leaned down to pick them up while my friend kept the weapon on him. We're leaving now, she told the driver. Slowly, the two of us backed up toward the cab, and just as Felicia was about to get in, the guy rushed towards us. I swung the keys in his face and made him fall backwards with a twist. Then, I leaned into the taxi and revved the engine. I shouted to Felicia to go, and she got in the passenger side before tossing the gun out the window.
You did what? You did what? This ain't no horror story reaction type shit. This is how many dumb mistakes you can make, but because you the main protagonist, you'll make it through. You toss the gun, you toss the blicky back to him. You know he on that ish. He's gonna get back up. He know where y'all been at. He pull back up. Round 2. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't want to think the nightmare was over until we got away from that cabin.
Because what y'all gonna do with the taxi?
And as we drove off, I could see the guy scrambling in vain to follow us. Neither of us spoke for a good 20 minutes. Then, when I think both of us had the chance to really calm down, I said, "What just happened?" Felicia had been going through the glove compartment and found a few clues. The guy had kept clippings of articles about weird white supremacy and BDSM, weird smut magazines, and what looked like...
It's always them weird ones, huh? It's always them weird ones. I ain't gonna say much about that.
Locket. When we got back into town, we gave it to the authorities and, of course, had to give statements as well. The whole thing, honestly, truly felt wildly surreal. And I later found out that that guy had been wanted in a different state for apparent murder. I know a lot of people say they come face to face with a killer without realizing it, and this was definitely, literally one of those times. It still scares me to think about it. I've been through therapy, but it's just so hard to get over how close I truly came to dying, or potentially worse. All because my boyfriend decided to dump me. And I know it's not...
Don't... Why you don't blame bro. Don't blame bro for you wanting to get up out the crib and try to forget about him. Don't do that, bro.
To blame him.
Yeah, you better not blame him.
I wasn't thinking clearly, and maybe Felicia and I were just at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Hell yeah.
But it could have gone so much worse. I guess the reason I even mentioned Caleb again is because when I told him about the whole ordeal, he just brushed this off like it was nothing. I know it sounded a little unbelievable that we went through all of that, but at least he could have had a little sympathy. I still to this day...
You blocked, bro. Didn't she block, bro? She blocked him. She blocked him. Unblocked him. And expected him for the care. Nah, shawty. men ain't like this and that. Nah, shawty.
Know
Nah,
what
shawty.
was in our conversation in the back of that taxi that just truly triggered that guy. Maybe because we joked about man or something like that. Who
Is it?
knows? Maybe that was just his intention from the very beginning.
That ish. Look at that ish. He on that ish.
I have no idea. It was definitely the strangest, scariest, and most terrifying Valentine's I'd ever had.
I hate telling this story, not only because of how traumatic it was for me, but because it shows my age. My therapist tells me I should learn to look for the positives in things, so the only way I really know how is by making light humor. This was the early 90s, and I was about 16 going on 17 working as a regular babysitter in our neighborhood.
Okay.
My parents had decided that the only way I was going to get a car would be if I was the one that saved up for the down payment. So every afternoon after school, I would tutor kids or watch babies. Whatever I could do to earn a few extra bucks. There was one couple, the Moores, that always paid exceptionally well, and on Valentine's Day they had a special request for me to watch both their 6-year-old and their 10-year-old so they could go enjoy a romantic evening together. We will be back by 8, they said, and gave me about $50 just for ordering pizza, renting movies, and whatever the kids wanted to do. I asked them both what they wanted, and they both chimed in with a request to go to the local video rental store. I knew that Blockbuster was not extremely far, but I insisted that I did not want to do that until I got confirmation from their mom. This being the age before everyone had cell phones, I had to look up the phone number in an actual phone book and call the restaurant they were at.
Ew.
Those two boys were so eager to hear a yes from their mom, I thought they might explode from excitement. It took about 15 minutes for me to finally get in touch with their mom, who seemed a little frazzled that the only reason I was calling was so that we could go to Blockbuster. Yeah, that's fine, just do not spend all their money. And nothing rated R, she responded. When I told them, both boys squealed and ran to get their jackets. We left the house before it got dark and made it to the rental store in less than 10 minutes. Not surprisingly, it was empty save for the cashier and maybe 1 or 2 other customers. Go and pick out whatever you want, I told them as I grabbed some candy bars and popcorn.
Rated
The
R.
oldest came back, first with a VHS of some Disney sequel, and asked if this was okay. I told him yes, and then asked where his brother was, only for him to be surprised that I did not know. Both of us went down the aisles looking for him, and for a split second I got scared.
L babysitter. L babysitter. L babysitter. You about to get your $50 taken from you, or whatever you about to get paid. Yeah, L babysitter. You ain't getting that car. What the
He decided to
Lost the
play some
kids
terrible
already.
prank and run off. Finally, though, I saw him standing near the edge of an aisle, talking to a tall, lanky man wearing a trench coat.
Hell nah. Hell nah. L babysitter all the way, bro. You gonna let... He's off the ish too. Come on, what is up
As
with
soon
these
as I
people
saw
off
this
the
guy, I
ish?
got a weird vibe and grabbed the younger boy's hand. Sorry, I
Oh,
hope he
no.
wasn't bothering you, I
No,
nervously told the stranger.
hell no.
He smelled funny, as if he had not taken a bath in a while.
Oh,
He had this weird, crazy look in his eyes that told me he was trouble.
he's off the ish. He is off the ish. That there is no trouble in it's ish. That's all
Just
it
had a
is,
feeling.
bro.
I desperately wanted to be wrong about it, so I yanked the kid away and berated him as we made our way towards the cashier.
What the other
What
one?
were you telling him anyway? I asked. Just that we were renting some movies and that we were home alone, the kid said innocently. I couldn't tell you why, but alarm bells did not go off in my brain right away. But I guess I was too busy paying for the movies and dragging them out of the store.
Yeah, I ain't got
When
no
we were walking
car.
back toward the house, it
Yeah,
finally
walking.
registered what he told me. Did the man ask you if you were alone? I asked. My heart was starting to beat a little faster, but I did not want the kids to think I was worried. Out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw someone following us. Yeah, he seemed friendly, asked a lot of questions about me, the younger boy responded. I picked up the pace and told them we need to hurry back to their house. I was positive now that we were being...
If my little bro would have told me some shit like that, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It maybe I can't say nothing about the babysitter, bro, because I don't know how I would have reacted. You know what I'm saying? Cause a part of me wanna smack the shit, smack the shit out of my little bro for saying some dumb wild shit like that. Like, bro, what? And also, you gotta teach these kids. Like, so it ain't on the kids. You feel me? Y'all gotta teach them. Hopefully, they would know by now. But you gotta teach some kids. Like, hey yo, ain't everybody your friend? Like, there's some people off the ish just waiting for you to slip up, bro. But I ain't liking this anyway. Cause first of all, y'all walking. Second of all, you already lost a little nigga up in the Blockbuster. Saw him talking to a dude that is off the ish. Like, come on, bro.
Followed. I remember I looked back several times to see where this man was, but every time it felt like it was just barely out of sight. He was a master of stealth. Once I was inside their house, I slammed the door shut and locked it. I chided the kid for being so stupid. Don't ever talk to strangers. That man could have done some serious...
Like I said, I would have got on his ass too, no. I would have got on his ass too, pause. You feel me? Because, hell no. Like, you don't bring somebody off the ish up here,
harm
bro.
to you. I remember thinking I should punish them by having them go to bed early, but I had no idea how right I would be about that.
Bro, you can't punish
I
him.
glanced out the windows to see if I could spot him, and calming down, I went ahead and let them pick a movie. I was also trying to convince myself my paranoia had just been that. Less than 10 minutes later, we were watching the Angels in the Outfield movie. I heard a knock at the door, and that made me realize maybe I had not been cautious enough. I went to the front and peeked through the blinds, curious to see that no one was outside. My heart was pounding now as I thought I saw the man in the trench coat standing over near the bushes. I immediately told the boys to pull the blinds closed and then to turn off the lights. Next, I started to hear this stranger banging on the windows with what sounded like a stick. Was he just trying to frighten us? If so...
Glocky, glocky. Glocky, glocky.
He was doing a stellar job
Glocky,
because I was
glocky.
terrified. Turn off the TV for now. Let's go to the bedroom, I said. I remember that the Moores had a house
glocky,
phone up in
Tom.
their master's suite, so I was calmly trying to herd the kids there as this wacko kept rattling against the outside of the house. These kids were quite scared now, especially the youngest. He was crying. Be quiet. Don't be scared, I told him. As we ran up to the bedroom, I told them both to stay as quiet as they could as I reached for the phone, only to find the line was disconnected. This is the moment when a real sense of panic and dread was starting to overwhelm me. It was just past 6:30, meaning their parents would not be home for at least another 45 minutes. And now the phone lines are down.
Glocky,
I was
glocky.
positive that this stranger was going to try and break in and do us harm. Still, I insisted that they needed to remain quiet and calm. I got the older one to assist me in moving furniture to the front door as a blockade, just in case this guy broke in. It is a good thing I did, because 20 minutes later, I heard the shattering of glass and realized that's exactly what he planned to do. I told them both not to make a sound as I tried to listen where the stranger was. The one thing about the whole experience I will never forget is that the stranger started to whistle for us, like he was looking for a dog. It was loud and sharp. It was an insistent whistle, and he kept saying, "Here, boy. Here, boy. Come here, boy." I swear I've...
Man, it's just a regular old dude off the ish looking for his dog, bro. Imaginary dog. It might not be there, but he's just looking for his dog. He ain't harmless, you feel me? He's just off the ish. That's
been
all
most
it
scared
was.
in my life, and I ordered the boys to hide under the bed as the footsteps came up the stairs. I was sure we were about to die. It happened just like a horror movie, too. He was standing outside the door because I could see the silhouette of his shadow peeking under the master bedroom door. Then, the blockade of furniture started to rattle as I heard him fiddle with it. He shook it violently for a while, but to no success. Then another long, indescribably quiet moment. I thought maybe he had given up. The kids were trying their best not to squeal or scream or even cry, but it was so hard to be perfectly still. At any second, I knew he was going to be back. Then, he slammed his body against the door, and it came slightly ajar. I remember jumping and holding the boys closer as he did it again, and then again, until at last, he could squeeze in past the wedge furniture. All I could see was his shoes.
Straight like that.
Leather boots that looked coated in
Straight
mud.
like that.
He walked slowly over to the bed and
Hell
sat down, perhaps puzzling over where we were.
He not dumb.
He started whistling again, and I had to cover the younger boy's mouth as he let a leash fall over the ledge of the bed. Did he know where we were? What sort?
Nah, y'all just blockaded a fucking door that y'all won't gonna be behind.
Weird fetish was this supposed to be? He walked around the room, moving to the closet first and checking for us there. Then we heard the garage door downstairs. I have never been so happy. Immediately, the stranger ran down, and I heard shouts of alarm as Mr. Moore likely saw him escape. A few seconds later, Mrs. Moore was in the bedroom frantically searching for us and calling out for her children. I crawled out first and helped the youngest get out as she grabbed him and hugged him as tight as possible.
My bad.
Downstairs, Mr. Moore was trying to get the landline again to connect the cops, but it did not work. Honestly, I thought the crazy guy was going to come back and do us harm, so I did not even want to step outside the house until my own parents came to pick me up. Mr. Moore told me that I was very brave and paid me extra for helping keep his kids safe. My parents also told me I had acted swiftly and decisively, and it could have turned out a lot worse. But I did not feel immensely proud.
Nah, she done took the ish. Oh, man. Oh, man, she off the ish. She's off the ish. Boy. She said, man, wait till I get home. I can't wait to get on this ish right here.
I was sleeping for a week or so after. Any sound of a dog barking or a whistle would trigger the memory and make me want to curl up in a ball and hide.
You paranoid
I can
off
honestly
the ish.
only share it now after all these years, thanks to a bit of therapy. Sometimes I do think about what could have happened. Still though, if those parents had not shown up early, he would have harmed us or probably killed us. The cops never did catch whoever that guy was, so I guess we will never know. Except at least I know I stopped babysitting for the upper class after that.
I would too, but...
The story took place during a...
Alright, we're gonna keep it at that, because I don't want this joint running too long. But, y'all check out the rest of it if y'all want to. It's, 6 True Valentine's Day Horror Stories Animated. Hold on. Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. I see how that was related to Valentine's. I was about to say, that second one wasn't no Valentine. But look, buy more, by the way. Y'all go ahead and check that out if y'all want to watch the rest of the video. Let me know if y'all want me to keep reacting to these videos. You know, it's not scary. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making fun of it. But if y'all can find some scary videos that y'all want me to react to, go ahead, slide it in the comments. Or go ahead and hit one of my social medias that's going to be listed at the end of the video. And keep me hip to stuff, because shit, I don't know. I just searched this stuff up on YouTube. Click, react, you feel me? So, yeah, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit the notifications. Till next time I see y'all, Glow Gang, Joe Glow out.